Hey everyone, Jay here.
Sean here.
And today we've got a Dolittle review for you. So we finally did it.
Yeah, we did, because we didn't see it in the theaters, and now it's finally rental and not just purchase.
Yeah,
So,
well, nobody saw it in the theater.
That's true. Yeah, if you did, you should get some kind of award.
Maybe, yes. I think this is going to be one of those movies where they're going to be like, COVID, 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 and we'll be like, no.
No, you can't trick us.
Yeah. So, we pretty much knew it was a stinker going in. How did you feel about it, having watched it?
Well, it is a stinker, but it's kind of an interesting stinker, because there are a lot of ways they went wrong. And it's interesting to see all those ways play out, where they have a great voice cast. I had no idea that so many people were in it, but you're going to recognize all these voices, whether or not you can put the name to them.
Yeah.
Because they are coming out of animals. But it doesn't know what it is. It has no idea who this movie is for. And it ends up not really being for anyone.
No. Well, that's the thing, like, very little kids maybe will be fooled into thinking that this is kind of a good time if they're just happy with the talking animals. Okay. But I mean, they are gonna have to look beyond Dolittle himself. You're gonna have to be able to overlook that.
Yep.
Because the character is thin. There's not much that we know about this guy, except he's supposed to be very, very sad. Do we ever really see that? No.
Not really.
Like, thank goodness Emma Thompson told us in the voiceover how sad he was because his wife is dead. And he's become a hermit, and he's locked himself away in his little menagerie with all his animal friends, and he doesn't want to see humans anymore because he's so sad about his dead wife that the merest human would remind him too much of her and he would break into a million pieces. Even though he just kind of seems like a crazy hobo.
Yeah.
And he can talk to the animals, like, in their native language. Yeah. He just makes animal noises at them. And for a while, they just give us subtitles. And then, after we've come to accept that he can do it, then they somehow just speak English to each other. So there's that. But you know what? RDJ, God love him. This is his first role outside of the Avengers universe. Post-Avengers, I should say. He had a couple while he was doing Ironman, but not a lot. So Ironman was his whole life for a long time, and he's just forgotten what else to do. And I think maybe he can't really do much outside of, you know, I mean, oh gosh, the accent, first of all.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, it's bad. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
No.
I don't know if he knows what it's supposed to be. It definitely is variable. Like, it changes a lot. But it's often just unintelligible. Like, you cannot make out what he's saying. I think really probably 80% of what the animals were saying was, what? Like, he's just mumbling.
Well, he's mumbling. That's part of the problem.
Yes.
Because I guess that's how he's conveying he's sad. But it doesn't come off that way. Like,
No.
as you said, we wouldn't have known he's sad if we weren't told that explicitly at the start. Because he does just come off as, like, some guy
bumbling
who can't talk to anyone, but animal or human.
And won't, yes.
Yeah.
But he is disturbed from his peace by two children. One, a little boy who has just accidentally shot a squirrel. And one, a little girl who's been sent from the palace because Queen Victoria is gravely ill. Guess which one he helps? Remember, he doesn't like humans, so yes, he rushes to the aid of the squirrel, but somehow, you know, in saving a young squirrel's life, he is guilted to the palace, where he figures out that Queen Victoria has been poisoned.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because he's going to lose his estate.
Well, that's right. It is from selfish motives. Yes. Well, and, you know, his beloved animals.
Yeah.
Can't just bring them to the nearest apartment.
He could set them free.
I don't think a giraffe will know what to do in London.
No, but he's got a boat.
You think the animals should just know Noah's Ark it without a Noah?
No, he could take him.
Oh boy, Sean. Okay.
Well,
Sean has all the answers.
I'm trying.
Anyways.
Anyway.
The whole thing is that he has to find this antidote for the poison to save her life by sailing to this faraway island that's the only place on Earth where the antidote grows.
The Eden fruit.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
So he brings all of his animal friends with him. I don't know why.
Well, they're a team.
Yeah, we don't even fly with our dogs.
That's true. But if we could, we would.
Okay. So all you need is a boat.
Well, and a place to stay once you get there.
Oh, gosh. You know what? It's been 26 days of quarantine.
It's a lot.
About 24 days too long.
Sorry, everyone.
I have one nerve left, Sean, and you're on it. Anyways, they have adventures at sea. It's actually quite boring.
It is.
And there's like a nemesis that I didn't really get how that worked out, but they're being pursued in a hostile manner. Really, there's one good part about this movie, I thought, and it was the ostrich. There's like a super anxiety-ridden ostrich, voiced by Kumail Nanjiani. And he has some funny moments. They are not enough to keep this sucker afloat. There's nothing else that I thought had any merit in this movie. And I was really even struggling to figure out how kids would like and relate to it. Because there is like a very lengthy fart joke sequence involving a dragon, a constipated dragon. But I really wondered if kids would be able to pick up on that, because I mean, kids love a fart joke. God, I hope they do, because why else do so many movies have them? But Dolittle goes into the anus of a dragon with a leak, and he digs around because there's a lot of undigested armor, you know, like knights might have been wearing when they encountered the dragon and she ate them. So yeah, her poop's just been impacted by armor and she's been in discomfort. So Dolittle really wins her over because she's a bit ornery, as we all are if we're bloated, you know, not feeling our best. And yeah, basically just gets up there and let her rip. Of course, like he's like, oh, there's gonna be a big bunch of wind, and there is. But like, you know, between his accent and his old English, you know, did kids get that?
I got it. It sounded like a fart.
I guess it did. And they definitely said it smelled like a fart.
Yeah.
God. That was a long fart scene, guys.
It was.
And
But
see, that's like the one scene that I can even recall of the movie, which is very bad. And like, how were so many big names attracted to this movie in the first place? Because the story can't have seemed all that great on paper. So it's hard, like Michael Sheen was in it, Jim Broadbent was in it, Antonio Banderas was in it, and then all of these big names doing voice work.
Yep.
Oh.
It's
bad. Yeah.
And I don't know if people just didn't sign up without seeing the script, because there were lots of big names attached, so throw your name in, but no one comes off well. No.
You know, he did too much character. He just tried to do everything. It feels like late era Jack Sparrow, where, you know, he's just doing every trick all the time. And it's like, please just pick one and stay in your lane. This is too much. So the character is not believable and has become a cartoon, and not in the good way.
Yeah, I mean...
And the movie started out as a cartoon.
It did, and it probably would have been better to stay there.
Maybe. Yeah.
Not that it would have been a great movie even then.
No, and I mean, again, like you said, it doesn't really have a firm identity because obviously many of the animals are CG. They are technically cartoons, and they are sometimes quite cartoonish. Like that squirrel, who, between you and I, was faking it a little bit, was milking this injury for all he could. So, like, he's not acting like a real squirrel.
No.
He's definitely acted like a cartoon version of a squirrel, even though he's supposed to be a real squirrel. I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. Yeah, so this was not a strong, post-Avengers start to RDJ's
as bad
career.
As he could have gotten.
It has sputtered a little bit. What will be next for him? I think he's going back to Sherlock Holmes, which,
well,
he's done before at least.
Yeah, so hopefully he
could just watch the old tapes of himself. Yeah. It's the same one, but anyways.
It's not the same one.
No, I mean, I know. This accent was...
He's done a British accent before. This is not that.
This was not that. I don't even think it was like a regional thing. I think it was just he wanted to sound weird.
And he did.
He was like, this character is weird. He probably talks weird.
Well.
Good job.
Good job.
Except
Success.
Not a good job at all.
Well, yeah, it ruined everything. It didn't ruin everything. It was already ruined.
It was already so bad. When he was the worst thing in it. And you shouldn't have to say that about Robert Downey Jr.
No, he's better than that. He's got some good stuff. In the past.
In the past. It's been a while. It has been a while. So what the future has in store for him, it's not going to be Dolittle 2.
That's safe.
Yeah. All right, let us know if you gave it a try and if your kids at least liked it or got the fart joke. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.